Well, hello and welcome to everyone's favorite time of day here on the One Meal channel. Thank you all for waiting another 24 hours in order to enjoy this at 5 o'clock Mountain Standard Time every single day. And in order to enjoy this as much as I enjoy making these videos, watching versus making videos, grab yourself your favorite beverage. Mine is coffee. Let's join now and have a toast with one another in celebration of yet another daily upload. Oh, and I freshly took that out of the microwave. So, a little bit of extra burning. That is okay. All right, let's move on to making this precious meal. But before we start, let's take some time and marvel at just how clean the kitchen is. We had our kitchen video yesterday. Sink as well, even though there's a couple of things in there from earlier today. Very clean. And we're immediately going to throw bacon in this pan and get it all nice and dirty. But all good things must come to an end. And cleaning once a week is plenty good. Plenty good. So what has everybody been up to? We got off the weekend. For me, today's a Monday. This video is going to be going up a couple of days afterwards. How have your days been? We're hopefully none of you have made the mistake of writing down that you're in 2024 now, because we are well into 2025. So I have not made that mistake yet. I've thought about making that mistake and changed myself, caught myself and changed it last minute, but have not made the mistake yet. Let's see what we got here. I decided to get a little bit ahead of myself and just prep everything out and use a cutting board. Some of you who have been watching the channel for a while know that I do not use cutting boards. We're using a cutting board today. And you know what? I think I will just use a cutting board for now on. Every once in a while I'll take out the paper towel, but I think I'll use a cutting board for now on. It's simple enough to prep everything out like this, and frankly, this looks like, I know we have a big pile of food at the end of the day, or the end of our video, that we weigh, and it's like 2 to 3 pounds, but for some reason, seeing it all separated out like this, it's covering up the entire cutting board. Makes it look like even more food. Although the pot is still in here in the refrigerator, we're all out of chicken broth. So we will be returning to average, normal rice without the chicken broth. We'll get this plugged in and started up. Tomorrow, we'll make some more chicken broth in order to retop our supply. There we go. And usually, where's that? Usually we have a little measuring cup sitting out here on the side. Never mind, I'm just blind. I do clean everything on a regular basis, so I should know where everything is, since I'm out here a lot, but for whatever reason it just seems like every time I clean, I forget where everything is, even if I haven't touched it. Okay. So now we're in this awkward period where I've prepped everything, and now there's nothing for me to do other than to get the eggs. You know what I think we'll do? We'll do something a little bit different. Let's weigh everything out individually so we know exactly what we're eating. This isn't a recipe channel where I show you, what are those channels where they have like 7 different bowls out with every individual ingredient in those bowls with a very specific weights of everything? Hey, look, I'm just a regular dude. Okay, I don't have all of those bowls to use every single day when I cook with these daily uploads. My dishwasher would be running 24/7. So let us use this one bowl to measure everything. So we'll have everything listed in pounds. Let's start out with the onions because I think this will be the lightest and kind of the easiest to manage. Yeah. All right, so a 1/4 pound of onion, and that's just half an onion that I cut up, probably a medium-sized onion. So that's a 1/4 pound of onion, before being cooked, because these will obviously lose some weight after cooking. Let's take the potato. Gonna get some messy fingers when we do the chicken. Let's take the potato. We have 0.43 pounds of potato, so a little less than half a pound of potato, which is interesting. This is also probably a medium-sized potato. I'm a bit surprised. I figured it would be heavier. I didn't weigh the rice. The rice is already getting cooked up, but that is a little bit less than a cup of rice. A little bit less than a cup of rice. Probably 4/5 of a cup of rice. Let's take this chicken. All right, what do they say? What weighs more, a pound of feathers or a pound of bricks? So let's see what we have here. Well, let's take this bone out. This bone isn't going to be useful at all. I found another one. Yep, I did. And this is, oh my goodness, it's way heavier than I thought it was going to be. So 0.77 pounds of chicken. So all of this together is just a little bit under a pound and a half. So 3/4 of a pound of chicken, 1/4 a pound of onion, a little less than a half pound of potato. And we'll do the final step of our measurement before we finish off bacon, because the bacon probably needs to be flipped right around now. Let me wash my hands because I'm about to open up a drawer. Once we take the bacon out, we'll measure the bacon as well. We'll see how many eggs. I mean, 4 eggs should be pretty simple, but a little less than half of a pound of eggs. But we don't really measure things that way. Measure things as 4 eggs. So I'm curious. I used to have a tool where I would track my macros. And like I said, tracking your macros is not really what's important. But I said that because, you're always estimating, right? It was very difficult to estimate exactly how much every single portion of your food weighed. But since we're doing a video format, since I'm making kind of some vlog content, taking careful consideration into what viewers would like to watch, since we've made the same meal just about 3 weeks in a row now, I might download that tool and we'll track our macros day to day. I think I'd like to try that. All right, well, with the lid off, that means that the bacon grease will be splattering around, so I'll turn that up just a little bit. Rice continues to cook up well. Let me take a look at that tool right now and see if I still have it. Don't actually. I don't know what the best app is. What is this? Macros Calorie Counter. It says 5 million downloads, so we'll check it out. Let's open this up. Height, feet, inches, and pounds. Yet save. Add food. Chicken. Oh, they only have ounces and grams. We're gonna have to switch up our measurement to ounces. Well, that's okay. It's about 12 ounces of chicken. Add. So you have potato. I guess you can see my phone. Hopefully I don't get any text or something. Potato. See, and they only have the measurement being 1 potato. It's not a very good measurement. I don't know if I like this. Yeah, potato, vegetables. Yeah, I like that. And we'll set it up as 8 ounces. It's a little bit less, but we'll do it 8 ounces. Add that. And then we'll do onion. Yep. Put that into ounces, and we'll do 4. We'll add, and then eggs. And then we'll do 4 eggs. Add that. And then we'll do rice, I guess. Jasmine rice. Raw. I guess we'll start with raw. And we'll go ounces. Actually, I need to look this up. How many ounces are in a cup of rice? Eight ounces. That's right. I guess it's the same as fluid. It throws me off. 8 ounces of rice. Probably 7 ounces of rice, let's be honest here. 7 ounces of rice. Okay, and that brings me up to 1,500 calories. 1,500 calorie meal. So yeah, it's a good thing that I keep those potatoes in there. let's be honest. Yeah, turning up the temperature on this definitely cooked everything faster. But with that being said, so let's switch this over to ounces. I already have a bowl of eggs there. Okay, all right, we'll grab a second bowl. Let's open this up. Every little piece counts. And since we already measured everything, well, let me weigh this first. Put this over here, put this right here. Transfer. Perfect, so that'll cook up really nicely. And what's the weight that we have here? 2.36 ounces. So I'll look at here and we'll do bacon. There's bacon, rice, raspberry. Oh my goodness, in library. Bacon pieces, that makes sense. It only allows tablespoons. Well, that's too bad. 2 strips. Edit. I don't want strips. Meatless bacon? I don't think that's a thing. 2 slices, this many grams. What is it? Why do they keep saying slices? It's not a unit of measurement. It's making America look bad by saying slices. Bacon fat, 1 tablespoon. Scrambled eggs with bacon. Animal fat, bacon grease. Bacon pieces. Okay, we have grams, and then we have ounces. Cool. And we'll do the 2.34, I think was what it was, of diced bacon pieces, which there. And gets us to 1,745 calories, or 2,078, or out of 2,078 kcals, which is what I'm supposed to have for the day. So it looks like we have discovered that my typical meal puts me slightly under the amount of allotted calories that I need every day just to function. So I will be honest with you guys, sometimes I do feel really hungry in the day, and I eat one of these, which are not good for you. These are awful for you. But that's 290 calories, and I am, 200 and I'm almost exactly 290 calories off of my final, what I'm supposed to be at the end of the day. So that explains why eating one of these is helping me out. But I think we're going to do something a little bit different. I think we're going to get back into consuming this protein shake. So I did have some ramen earlier today. I will put that into the system so that we can track it. But from what I understand, these protein packs don't have a whole lot of calories in it. That's not really the point. What is it? 180 calories. Yeah. So still not enough with the calories alone. So those potatoes look like they're almost done. I heard the rice click off, so the rice is done. Switch over to the spatula. The onions will be done in a moment, and then the chicken is pre-cooked. For those new viewers that are watching, it is pre-cooked, but I'm going to toss that in there just a little bit out of an abundance of precaution. So I wonder if this has a scanning feature. Can I do a scan? Go add food, and then can I scan food while using the app? Okay, let me see if I can scan this. 1 scoop. Yep, we'll add. Okay, interesting. Interesting. And then yeah, that puts me at 1925 calories. And then I did have this earlier, so I don't think what's going on. Ooh, going into super detailed details. I don't think this is going to show up if I scan it. Under the red line? Yeah, that doesn't seem to be working. Nope. What if I use... Well, for some reason it... Oh no, on node barcode. Interesting, it wouldn't scan the other one. Okay, well I'm sure that if I just look up cup noodles, it'll show up. Maruchan instant noodles. Yep, that's exactly what it is. 290 calories. Boom, there we go. So with that, with all of the food that I'm having today, the protein shake and the cup noodles, we'll be at 2,215 calories, which puts us a little over 130 calories above where we need to be for the day. Our breakdown is 258 calories from carbohydrates, 171 calories from protein, and 55 calories, or excuse me, 258 carbohydrates, 171 protein, 55 fat. That is our breakdown. I put all of this into one meal and it's showing up at breakfast. I'm having this for like late lunch, early dinner. But regardless, we will save that for today, if I can, yeah. And yeah, grams, that's what it's showing up in grams. But interesting. this app also shows what they think my daily breakdown of my macros should be, and we are right at where we should be with carbohydrate, and way above where we should be with protein, which is good because I like to have a high protein diet. But even with all the stuff that we've done, we're behind on fat. I figured with this bacon, it put us well over on fat. So good. Moving forward on future, I think I will do this for every video moving forward. I'll just get this filled out ahead of time so you're not kind of watching me fumble through it, and it can be a better viewing experience for all of you guys. But I figured that if you were willing to watch me fumble through this video, you know, as is, basically when it's bad, then you guys will absolutely tune in to the next video tomorrow when it's improved. So I'm not too concerned about fumbling through everything today in an unorganized fashion. It's just going to get better and better and better. For those of you who have been watching the channel from the very beginning, you saw just how low budget, even more low budget, these videos were than now. I mean, I didn't have any of the lights on. It was super dark. And yet 1,800 of you guys tuned in to watch it, and we have many of you still watching today. So I want to say thank you all for staying tuned in. So let's see here. I'm going to have that protein shake. Then I'm going to need my shaker. Just keep the water cold. Yeah, that'll be perfect, because then I can just have my protein shake ready, all the food prepped out. And everything inputted into my phone. And then we can track it over time. And we're starting this relatively early in the year. Now, I did tell you that I was going to travel more this year, like go see my family and do other things like where my family's at. And I won't be able to cook for myself. That means that I'm not going to be tracking the macros of everything that I eat everywhere. This is going to be exclusively for just making these Nathan meals at home. Specifically the chicken fried rice with the potatoes and the onions. Yeah, if I'm out and about or I'm going to a restaurant, I'm not going to be pulling my phone out and be like, oh, I think that maybe there's, 2 ounces of cheese on this, or like 3 ounces of potato, and let me separate everything. Like, I'm not going to be doing that. But while we're at home, I think this will be a really good process. I've never had an issue with tracking macros, meaning I don't think tracking macros is a bad thing. I just never did it because I didn't feel like I had a good process to do it consistently. But this is absolutely going to work. Let's give this a good old flip. I think I'm just going to take this lid off even. Let all of that dry out. Yeah, that explains to me when I didn't have the potatoes in there that I was losing weight. Because there was a time I didn't have the potatoes in there, and I wasn't drinking this energy drink. This protein shake. I'm having withdrawals, guys. I haven't had an energy drink in a while, and I'm not going to have one for even longer. Despite all the prep work that we did, we're well over a 30-minute video. Let's add the egg. And you know what? I think that we just add the rice here. Pretty quickly. Cutting board that will be cooked up cleaned up every time. See, and I've been telling you that the rice doesn't stick to the bottom, right? It's just the chicken broth that condenses at the bottom. Look at that. No sticking at all, not even a little bit. So we are going to fluff the rice up, however. Make it delicious and awesome. Let's add it to our pile. Add this to the sink. Along with our knife. Ooh, a little bit of onion left. It's a shame, the onion that was left behind. Yeah, the sushi rice, like I said, is stickier than this. If you look at the way this rice is behaving, it seems plenty sticky enough. Roll the egg into the rice. Roll the egg into the rice. Break it down. Yeah, this is looking good. So I guess I'll add this soy sauce. Add this to the list of calories that should be counted. I mean, what is this? Calories 10, 30 servings. Okay, well, what is that going to be? Is it adding carb and protein? Yeah, not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Yeah, so we really are. I mean, this is 1,700 calories. I remember back in high school playing sports, I'd probably eat 3,500 calories a day, just as a baseline. So eating this much food in one sitting was just not a big deal. I would do this 2 or 3 times a day. But I wouldn't be eating, low caloric density food items like this. Like I'd say, the potatoes and the rice aren't low caloric density. But, the onions and the chicken are, pastas, for example, are really high caloric density. Butters and cheeses and meats are really high caloric density. And so I would eat a lot of that. I would have a lot of just pasta in general, but I really like lasagna. Lasagna was great. That's really high calorie. Frankly, after games, me and a group of some of the other guys would just go to McDonald's and get like a Big Mac and fries. And that probably isn't a bad thing for us to do. I know I've demonized junk food and said that I try as much as I can to stay away from junk food as possible today. Well, the only thing wrong with eating McDonald's after football was probably the sodas. Sodas were probably the only thing that were bad. Hello, roommate.
Hello. Will you please fill her water when you get a chance?
I will. No, I think it's good with the seasoning it has. So let's grab our bowl. I am going to move this back into pounds. Oh. Daphne, gosh, you are just scarfing down your food. Let's check our total weight here, and then compare it with our total calories and then macros. Because I thought that we had quite a lot of food that we were cooking up, even more than normal. And to hear that I'm only at about 1,700 calories is a little surprising, I'll put it that way. It's not concerning, but it is surprising. Ooh. See, and I thought I was doing good there, not making a mess. Yeah, this food can barely stay inside of the bowl. We're at Oh, shoot. I forgot to zero it out. Give me a second. False alarm. False alarm. We do not have a 4.5 pound meal. It's still going to be a heavy meal, though. No, we were at a 2.38 pound meal with 258 grams of carbohydrates, 171 grams of protein, and 55 grams of fat. We're essentially hitting all of our metrics almost perfectly from a macros perspective, overdoing it on the protein, underdoing it on the fat, which basically everybody in America has a high protein diet, or is having more protein than what they need. And the calories, we are sitting at 2,200 out of 2,100. Let's just round out. So we're about 100 calories, 130 calories over what our sitting calories are. Let's see, the resting calories, is that the term for it? This is not bad. This is not bad in the slightest. I'm going to now move forward and consume all of this in a single sitting and give Daphne some water. Actually, let's prove to you that I'm going to give you some water. Daphne, if you throw up, I'm going to be so mad. Oh my goodness, you really did just scarf. I swear her water did not look like this. You just scarfed all that food down so fast that you like puked some of it up in your water. Daphne, you goofball. You absolute goofball. There we go. Are you still thirsty? Are you still thirsty, Daph? All right, and with that, thank you all for watching. I promise the format tomorrow is going to be much more efficient. We're going to get all of this down way better. I appreciate you walking through it with me today, and I look forward to seeing you in that next video. So, talk to you then. Bye.